today I want to talk about something. I want to call it the contention of laws. Now, you need to understand that in order for you to employ a certain law into action, you have to contradict or fight another law. Now, in order for me to drive home this point, I need to borrow this illustration. Now, when a plane is about to take off, it is static, it's in one position. When it's about to take off, it employs what we call the law of motion. Now, when the law of motion is employed, the plane then starts to move on ground level, and then it builds, enough power to lift by the speed it moves at ground level. And when it's about to take off, or when it's about to lift, it employs what we call the law of lift. Now, it is at the point when it employs the law of lift that the law of gravity begins to fight. So there's that great contention when the plane is about to become what it's actually, or it's about to do what it's actually built for. But you need to understand that the law of gravity is an external law, and the law of lift is an internal law which is built into the engine. So if the plane does not have, or it begins to malfunction internally, you'll notice that it will not be able to trigger the law of lift into operation because its internal structure is not sound, it's not proper. So the external forces that were supposed to be conquered by the internal force will be dominant over the plane. So the plane will now begin to operate like a car, drive on ground level, begin to malfunction, do that which it was not born for. Now, this illustration is a clear picture of many people's lives. We like focusing on the beauty, the glamour, looking great, looking nice, looking neat and all that. And we forget to employ the forces that are sufficient enough to cause our engines, our engines, our minds, and our internal attributes to become sufficient enough to support us when we are about to lift. Because the truth of the matter is that whenever you want to do something that is out of the norm, something extraordinary, something great, something that is going to be beneficial to you, there is that law of gravity that will fight you. It's either the financial law of gravity, the relationship law of gravity. In any area of your life, if you're going to take off and you're going to do the extraordinary, you will fight forces, external forces. But the question is, have you built up internal muscles that are sufficient enough to ensure that you become victorious? Because if you focus on the glamour, the beauty and everything, you'll notice that when you're about to do that which is out of the norm, you will be contradicted. So build yourself internally.